I'm glad that you helped me out with the N64 part. Like, I think just talking through it, I had to realize that, like, oh, no, you deleted your BIOS. And that's why I didn't. But, also, the only game that I was able to get to run well before I deleted the BIOS, so I still had the BIOS, but without that database thing, The World Is Not Enough, perfect, right out of the box.
Oh yeah, okay. Twine, as they call it.
That game is kind of pretty.
That game's kind of nice with it, actually.
Yeah. I was shocked.
Honestly, that one and some of the PS2 ones are pretty decent too. Like, I know they kind of got shut on at the time, but there's like gadgets and puzzle solving.
Yeah, I mean, like, I
kind of
didn't think
interesting.
I didn't have, like, a ton of fun with it, but I was also expecting GoldenEye, just like everybody else.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Huh.
Have you ever played the Mission Impossible game on N64?
No.
It's very interesting. It's like a stealth game based on putting on different disguises.
Oh, that's alright.
But if you fuck the situation up, it becomes GoldenEye.
So, Hitman.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of Hitman. Okay.
Yeah. It's really interesting in something that early, you know? It would have been like, what, 98?
Starman 1987, I'm gonna go potty and make some tea before the stream starts. Let's go.
Ora! Ora! Let's go, baby.
I pretty much only drink tea at work, because that's where I figured I would use my Ember mug the most. But
Is it like the one that auto heats by setting it down on something?
Yeah. I mean, it's got a battery in it, so like it stays heated. You can also put it on the base, and it'll charge it, and thus keep it heated. But
Ooh.
yeah, no, I like it a lot.
It's interesting.
They're kind of pricey. Like, it probably wasn't worth that amount, but it's good.
Yeah, but I waste a lot of money in buying tea that I don't drink, so you know that
And that's the
that
problem,
does
leaving your
incentivize
tea
that.
Sitting somewhere and it cools off, and I got the ADHD brain.
I just want a little bit of tea. I don't want a whole pot. I don't need like 4 cups or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe neurotypicals can finish a cup of tea, but
I hope no one on Twitter is watching this, just in general.
Yeah,
just vibes.
Yeah.
You know. I love all sorts of tea. Mint tea is delicious. Gunpowder tea is delicious. The monkey pick tea is delicious. Oolong is delicious. Fucking these guys, the Spindrift, they have like a seltzer that's just unsweetened tea with lemon in it, and it's awesome.
Spindrift sounds like it would be a disc golf term.
Yes, it does. It very much does. That shit's on the side of a bus somewhere, like a really awful bus. The world's worst bus. So what are we rocking with tonight? I know you and your man got busy last week.
Yeah, we played a little bit of Disgaea last week. It was a frantic my man Chansey's more like me. So he's more of the like the disruptive goof type. And having 2 of us at the same time, like, I don't know how much effective information was conveyed, but we had a good time.
I hear ya. Pinball inside the skull.
Yeah, we played some Disgaea 7 just a little bit. We didn't spend much time with it because we just did like a little bit to get the basics of like what the game is, and then I switched over to 5 so we could get into some freaky shit.
Okay. So going into this, you've been talking about Disgaea for a minute with me into DM, and you've been going heavy on this, right?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of it. I got into Disgaea. I had never played one before. I'd heard of it, but never touched it. And it, like when the Switch first came out, 2017, very early. Like I'd finished Breath of the Wild. There was nothing else coming out. It's like, yeah, I hope you like Snake Pass. But in Japan, Disgaea 5 Complete came out 2 months before it came out here, but are fully translated. It had an English option or whatever. So I created a Japanese account. I bought a digital copy of it. So there's a Japanese Switch account floating around somewhere that owns a copy of this. Um, so I played a lot of it, and I played enough of it that later on when it was out in the U.S. and I didn't want to switch accounts anymore, I bought it again. And that save I put like almost like 150 hours into.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, it's just janky. It's like a game that sets out a lot of rules for itself and then gives you like 30 million ways to break those rules. And those are my favorite games. My favorite games are games that are designed to break the games that are designed to be broken as a mechanic.
I like the ones that break you, but I also hear what you're saying on that one, my friend.
Yeah.
Is that what really draws you to this? Is like how the rules are and how like fun and playful they are? Is that kind of
and then it's like it's a Diablo kind of slot machine, not in like a drops kind of way, but in like it can be an endless grind if your whims take you there. You can definitely beeline the story, and there's ways to do that, but then there's also ways to get lost in numbers if that's what you're looking for. And sometimes you're looking for that out of a game, and then that passes, and now you just want to play the game, and you have the option to do that. I always describe Disgaea as like a million systems, any of which you can safely ignore.
Oh yeah, that's a very good way to put it, because it's not just you have characters, but there are items and there are relic type stuff. There's managing your troops. I'm assuming there's still like monster raising and shit.
Yeah.
There's what else? The item court you were describing to me.
Yeah, and that's changed quite a bit from Disgaea 5. I think so far from what I've seen of Disgaea 7, I still prefer 5.
Okay.
But that's because I'm a fucked up little freak that likes sprites. And they've like switched over to 3D models, and I think they've lost a little bit in the transition, but
I hear that. Well, let's get in it. Let's see what you're geeking on, because I think I pre-ordered the first Disgaea and then bought it on the day it came out, and I put maybe 30 hours into it or so. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was fine. Like
the first one you said?
Yeah, on PS2.
Yeah.
And I thought it's a darn good version of what it's trying to do, but there's just so much to do that I found myself getting, losing interest over time because it was so big.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if the way it's kind of presented now, this is a little bit more like how modern MMORPGs work or Diablo works now, and I think it might be a little easier for me to parse laid out like this.
Sure. I'm gonna reset all of my... This is the cheat shop you unlock pretty early on, and it kind of allows you to dial in like how much XP you want to earn. Like basically it's everything is by default set at 100%, but it gives you they give you a minimum. They're like, okay, now I'm to the point where I can take any one of these stats down to a minimum of 60%, and then that gives me points to increase the other numbers.
Is it fair to say that these kind of represent the major mechanics of the game? You've got your mana, you've got weapon mastery, classes.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, of course you got EXP that's going to level you up. Mana is like a currency that you use to like learn or upgrade skills. And then also you use it to pass bills in the Senate. Which is now, they call it Dark Assembly, but it's the Senate.
Well, I'll tell you, the Senate sure is a Dark Assembly, folks. Am I right? Hey,
Heyo.
Thank you. I'm taking truth to power. God damn it.
Money, I found like kind of useless. I feel like you get, even if you reduce the amount of money that you're getting from just playing the game, you're gonna get enough money anyway.
Okay.
Weapon mastery, there's like skills tied to weapons that unlock as you master it, and also of course like it does more damage if you have a higher weapon mastery. Special skill XP, so like any of the moves that you got that aren't just basic attacks are called special skills. And those can rank up individually, which is different than spending mana to upgrade the skill.
Okay. I'm kind of picking this up.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that that the EXP is kind of a passive thing that you get from fighting battles and doing stuff, whereas the mana more of like a numerical representation of that.
Yeah, and you get that.
multiple
I think you get
directions.
that directly from combat with enemies. Or
Okay.
like in the case of like healing units, they get it from support skills.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense then.
And then class proficiency, it's like you've got every unit's got a class. That class can be freely changed to another
Okay.
class, and you can start ranking up that proficiency. Ranking up a proficiency, at least in Disgaea 5, I haven't gotten to the point where I've switched a class yet in 7, but in 5, you would have, you wouldn't really switch your class, but you would have subclasses, and that would be how you'd rank up the other classes. And ranking up a subclass would give you access to some of the unlockable traits of the subclass you leveled up.
Pseudo like the job system, I think was
Sure.
probably the best
Sure.
example, because you got a job that you stay with for a while and you learn some skills and abilities. Maybe you subclass into something that lets you get a handful of other abilities. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm just setting everything back to default. There's also a few other things that you can set up, like you can change enemy strength, which will basically just like jack up the level and jack up the amount of XP you get for them.
Sure.
I'm not to that point yet, so it's still at 0. I mean, sometimes like you get to like this is really handy because there'll be like a level, or there'll be a stage that's really good. It's just really well suited for leveling up, but you've out leveled that stage. And you just come in and you crank it up to so it can meet you where you are, and then you can do that same stage more.
It's a very open-ended approach towards like the game mechanics that gives you a ton of control.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Do you think like there's so much? It's hard for me to like gauge where to go. So like, if you see something you want to know more about, probably interrupt me.
Show me the battles. I want to see if there's anything really different here.
Yeah,
Because I'm sure that all this other stuff informs what the battles look like, but you know, the real crunchy stuff is there.
Let's I'll just go into item world so we get just generic battling.
So you get to jump into your items in this game, and then while you're in your items, you fight like these randomly generated floors, and you can gain decent loot and EXP in there.
Oh, hold on a second. Are we sure that this is up to date? I don't know that I don't know that this is my latest save.
Oh no! Okay.
Okay, maybe it is. I don't know. Let me look at my character levels. Yeah, this is probably about right.
Okay.
It's good enough if it's not.
This is the item world.
Yeah, so you can go into your items. We did a little bit of this.
Comment away, Starman, by the way. We hear you. We'll listen. All good. Thank you for showing up. And thank you to everybody in the audience right now. We're going to go deep in this game.
Yeah.
Boosty Glove.
Yeah, Boosty Glove. This is kind of a shitty weapon, but we're gonna use it as a tool, a means to an end.
Level 83 Thimble.
So that
Kick
it
ass.
leveled up by me going into it and basically fighting my way through floors.
Okay.
The main reason you would go into a specific item, at least at this stage of the game, is to level up these things that are called innocents, which are just little like spirits, little guys that live in items and give you bonuses. So like this gladiator level 7 adds bonuses to an item's attack. It would literally just give me 7 to an attack of an item that it sits in.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you can see that when I add it, it's at 31 attack. I add it, now it's at 38.
How many innocents can you have per item?
It depends on the item. This one, you can have 6.
Okay.
They have a little angry face because they haven't been subdued. You have to basically go into an item, beat the shit out of them, and then they're happier. And you can then make them breed and get newer versions of them that have a higher max level.
Oh boy.
So you
Oh boy.
you kind of grind these guys out, get them to like breed, You can merge them together after they've been bred into like back into one, and it's like kneading dough, kind of.
I hate it when my
pulling
Dom.
it apart,
I
smushing it together.
hate it when my Dom makes me live inside of a glove. It sucks, bro. I don't like it. It's not fun.
Alright, so let's go to this item world. We're gonna go inside the Boosty glove. We're gonna be hunting for these innocents that I just put on there.
Let's put these subs in their place. Let's do it, baby.
Let's switch it to the innocent enhancement route. Don't worry about it. My like ADHD desire to over-explain everything, paired with a game that has way too much to explain, it's gonna make this a little bit rough.
You just take your time, buddy. I'm along for the ride.
We're gonna get through it.
I am gonna go switch my chair though. This thing is wobbly.
Sick.
Let's make some money.
What'd I ever do to you, chair? Come on now.
So you want a duel?
We're chaired up, folks. We got the premium chair. We're putting the pillow in the chair. We're ready to go.
Oh my god.
That's right. We're fired up, folks. Woo! Yeah, this is much better. How much does the height matter mechanically?
Oh shit! I've got battle effects turned off. Hold on.
You're not getting away.
Hey, Death by Kitten. RIP to your laundry. I'm sure it put up a valiant fight. You're gonna put that shit down. I believe in you.
Alright, settings. We'll set that to normal so we don't have to skip any of the sick animations.
I'm pretty sure I would be doing exactly what you did and turn them off.
Uh-huh.
This is one of those games I feel like you're there for the crunchy mechanics. You're not there for the fireworks.
I mean, I am absolutely here for the fireworks. There are some,
Okay.
like, really good battle animations. And I guess, have you ever seen any of the shit that they get up to in 5?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god, yeah, I'll show you some of that. We actually watched a compilation at the end of the stream last time. We can hit a little more of that. Because they're really good.
They're pretty crazy in 1. I know that for sure.
Well, what's nice about it is that actually the effects, you can set it to skip all, or you can set it to play them for the first time only. So whenever you see a new one, you get to watch it once.
Oh, cool.
And then, but I've already seen some of them, so it's skipping everything, which I don't want. I'll just manually skip for now.
Yeah, let's give the people some fireworks, baby.
Sure about this?
We'll get some
Death by Kitten is here for this Disgaea BS. I hear ya. Me too.
Like
Hell yeah.
armchairs.
Yeah, I love this guy so much. It's ridiculous.
You have that many different skills? Holy shit.
Well, and this is early on. These, I don't even really feel like I have very good skills at the moment. This the Prinny, he doesn't have a high enough jump to get up there, and normally what I would do is I would be like, okay, I'll put him here, I'll bring somebody else out,
Regret this.
and I'll have them lift and throw. But the Prinnies specifically, just the Prinnies, have a thing where if you throw them,
They blow up.
yeah.
Dude.
So, but he took a couple guys with him. It's fine.
I love that. That's wonderful.
What a loser!
Here we go. Crazy laser.
Big Prinny baby, let's go.
So the difficult part, like, if I was playing Disgaea 5, going through and just trying to kill innocents, you could skip most of the levels, and you wouldn't actually level the item up, because as you level it up, the enemies inside of it get stronger. But the way it was set up in Disgaea 5 is you could skip most of this, the item wouldn't level up, and you could just hunt for the innocents and not have to worry about things getting difficult.
Okay.
Here, the way they have these missions, even if I'm skipping everything, because you see, like, clear within 5 turns, I'm still going to be getting item levels. so it'll still get to the point where it's difficult.
Okay. You can't grind the same thing forever without there being some sort of like difficulty increase.
Yeah.
Don't regret
Let's
this.
get this guy. I'm just gonna like beeline for the exit on this one.
Do as your Shogun says!
So for the Prinny that died, is that a permadeath?
You can resurrect, but
Okay.
not like in the middle of a stage. So I wouldn't be able to do it until I went back to the overworld.
Cheeto!
Bows are like they're ranged, but they can attack kind of like off axis. This guy, he's got a gun, and he can only attack. It's also ranged, but can only attack in a straight line. But he gets a bit of a further range to pay for it.
I dig that. I like the I like it when strategy RPGs use clever geometry like that. Like where you're forced to make certain decisions, and as a result, you're not just kind of doing the same, like put all your characters around one guy, fight, move, do the same thing. That happens in some of these games.
Yeah. What I really like, I like a couple of things about the way this battle works, where it's not, they don't do a thing where it's like, oh, you've moved a character, like I move her over here, and then I'm like, I haven't locked that in, I want to put her somewhere else, and you can
cool.
still make that move. But I feel like there's a lot of games that are like, oh, you hit the button, you took your finger off the piece, that's where they are now.
That's for sure.
But also, you can do things like, say I've got somebody out here who's healing, and be like, oh, I'm gonna move her back here. I'm gonna heal. You execute, which is just, it does all the moves you queued up, but doesn't end your turn.
Oh, okay, that's
So
cool.
she gets a heal, but she hasn't done shit yet. She can still move.
Right. Okay, so it lets you play around with the order there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. That's cool. I appreciate how much flexibility is in this engine. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I like that the item, or not the item. I like that the weapon paths are unique, but I mean, pretty much everything else is totally under your control.
It's go time!
Innocent cat girls are getting whopped on the head every day. When will it stop?
So neither one of these can jump high enough. Just lift. There we go. Let's see, we gotta get over there.
A test of strength!
Actually, I don't think I've tried out any of her skills. I don't know what's unrestrained is. Use to smash the ground.
It's a stat boost, it looks like.
Stats up and what's sword limitations? Okay.
That I don't know. It's interesting.
Calculations complete. Go!
Robot.
One complaint I do have is that it's not always easy to tell like what's on what level.
Yeah, I
where
can hear
things
that.
are, but
These maps are like surprisingly simplified. I guess that's probably due to them being the randomly generated mode.
yeah, we can go into some actual story missions here in a bit.
Yeah, no complaints. Just noticing. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't need a lot of sizzle to get stuff out.
I died.
Still waiting? Fly!
I was very excited to kill one of those things for that exact reason. Oh.
I'm gonna do my worst.
In a different position to get that one off.
See a demon man.
Nice.
They're just like that looked fine, but
What? You frightened?
God, just having a sprite do that is like so much more charming.
I agree, but I'm fucking dying for him just instantly getting domed afterwards. Like it's like he did 4 different complicated karate guy moves, and then just got capped brutally.
Late game in 5, that shit happens all the time where it's like, oh, you just summoned a mech larger than the entire universe and destroyed everything we know or will ever hear about. Miss.
Counterattack, hit with a stick, instantly explode.
Oh my god. Innocents seem to show up like it's super rare this time around too.
Right for the picking.
What do you mean this time around?
Like so all
this
those
item world or just in
yeah,
this
all
game?
those innocents that we put in item world, like they just maybe they show up in higher level items more often, I don't know, but like I feel like I would have seen all 6 in Disgaea 5 by now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Are they basically treated as like special enemies?
Cut you down.
Yeah, I mean you have to kill them to subdue them, and then you can breed with them.
Is that
Mid bosses, etc.
Well, they're not even mid bosses because they're kind of weak.
Oh, gotcha.
This guy's a thief, and he's got an ability that lets him attempt to steal items from everybody in the stage. And it actually, like, it unequips it. So you can, like, unequip a dude's weapon, and then they're just way weaker.
Let's go!
That's brutal.
Let's go! Yo! Yeah! It's over now!
Oh, I suppose we already saw that one. I can skip it.
Not yet!
You're not getting away.
Yeah, the
It just
counterattacks
takes
are pretty
so much
high.
off. That's so good.
They've also got a mechanic in this one that I don't really like. Jumbify, where you select a unit and choose where you want them to appear, and now they're big now, and they can attack a big area. It kind of undermines the strategy a little bit.
What the fuck is that? Hell mode.
Oh yeah, we can go into hell mode. It doesn't do a
It
lot
just says-
except ups his stats.
I love that it just says hell. Hell. Let's
Oh,
go,
it
baby.
does
Run
give
it.
him access to another skill. I can only do this skill when in hell mode.
Hell mode.
Demonic sword. Hansan Musashi. Prepare yourself. Final cut.
I don't wanna lose.
Bro, I'm going to the ramen shop and going hell mode.
Here I go!
Zero.
Does everybody get a quick cut? That's just a normal character.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to help more.
Oh my god, there's still some motherfucker. This guy over here just standing on a cactus. God damn it.
You're not getting away.
I don't know how to put it, but like seeing all the animations back to back to back is giving me like huge Newgrounds vibe. Yeah, like a stick figure karate thing where like everybody's just doing all the moves all the time.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think that's a good way to put it. It's very it's very much got that energy.
I dig it. I appreciate that.
Did they have geopanels in the Disgaea you played?
I don't think so.
Okay, so there's these like blue tiles, and then there's also these like symbols which you can place onto you can, like, if I were to take this one, I don't know what Innocent does, but they have an effect. So like class super encroach. If I took this one and I set it on the blue tiles, now all the blue tiles have that characteristic. Which I'll just do it.
I'm crazy. I'll just throw a tile anywhere, brother.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
go.
not, I'm not even concerned about it.
I'm not concerned at all. That is just that is a full-on Digimon.
I'll take your cash and your life.
So we'll move over here.
That guy's cool. He said he's gonna kill someone and then rob them. That's sick.
Now, all this says super encroach. Encroach, I think, is like each turn the geopanels will expand.
Okay,
to, like,
that's cool.
take over more of the. We'll see.
The one I played had like a color system
Ready yourself.
where like each tile had a color. You got bonuses when you were in colors. You could change them, etc.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, so now
Not
it's
getting away.
they've taken over a little bit more of the stage.
Okay.
But then also you can attack it, and God, I only sort of understand how the puzzle works, where it's like, if you attack one, like say if this was a red symbol and I attacked it on the blue, it would turn all blues in the stage to red, but also it would destroy symbols that are on top of it, so you can kind of get these chain reactions, and the goal is to completely clear the stage of all geo symbols. And if you do it, which I didn't do it, because apparently there's another fucking symbol somewhere. No, I don't know. I did something wrong, and I don't know what it is. But if you clear them all, it plays a little animation. You get, like, some buffs or some shit.
So they just kind of like shoehorned a Tetris in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can respect that. I respect that. Yeah, they happened to my cousin last week. He was fine.
You're not getting
No
away.
biggie.
These little signs, they're called lucky boards. These little rabbits holding signs. They get you, depending on what his class is. So he's a weapon boy, so he gets you like extra weapon XP. But the lucky boards, you can only damage them if you can one-hit KO them.
I don't want you to hurt the weapon boy.
And no, weapon boy's dead. Sorry, he's done.
Okay. Well, had it coming, I guess. Can just anyone gigantify at any time? What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I really
Okay.
don't like that mechanic at all. But like also like you can jumbify and then you can attack. It's the problem is you can attack anywhere on the stage. So it's like from a strategy standpoint, how do I know somebody is going to jumbify? Like I can be like, "Oh, I'm in a safe area," and then some motherfucker grows big and now I'm getting hit for like 10 times the damage that they would normally attack me for.
Yeah, what is the criteria?
There, you
How
have
do
to
you
fill
know?
you have to fill a meter.
Okay, super meter style.
Yeah. Okay, so we found an innocent.
With a flourish.
We'll use somebody we haven't used yet. We've already used that. The fuck is ecstasy bomb? I know I'm not gonna like it.
Here's a present.
Nope, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Okay.
You sure
They got
about
the
this?
Itagaki boob physics going on. God damn.
Move it.
Has this series always been like kind of openly horny like this?
I mean, 5 was my first one, so you tell me.
The first one, not really, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Blow.
it was horny in the sense that there was like body dialogue or whatever, but that was just some of these animations are out of pocket.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty horny game, not gonna lie.
By the way, that's not a reason to judge a game ever, right? That's just normal shit people are into. Be nice.
Yeah.
Just observing it. It's
Yeah,
surprising.
that's why,
I didn't
that's
expect
why
that.
BMX Triple X is such an instant classic.
Bro, I own Outlaw Golf 1 and 2, and we're gonna have a weekend.
Wait, is Outlaw Golf horny?
Oh my god, dude, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah, yeah. It's like it was very sketch. Very, very sketch.
Oh yes, the game's gonna explain something for me. We've stumbled upon a mystery room. There are many kinds of mystery rooms.
Starman says creatures that only take damage if you can one-hit kill it. I could steal that for my D&D games. Please call them weapon boys. I find that very charming.
Oh yeah, so you get these little weird rooms.
It's
You
my
talk to
turn.
somebody.
Now watch this.
And yeah, if I keep talking, they'll make me fight. I don't want to do it. I'm just gonna skip it.
Now.
So every 10 levels, we can exit the item world. So
Okay, that makes sense.
we should be... Yeah, we
Or-
have 2 more levels to be able to leave.
Or I assume if you skunk out. Like if you
If you skunk out, also if you have a an item,
Oh, okay. Like a dungeon exit.
yeah.
Death by Kitten says, please settle this question. Is this game suitable for high play?
My numbers are solid.
It's an interesting question because I feel like any game with mechanics and systems can be optimized if people are interested in doing so. The question is whether or not that audience exists, and I have to admit, I do not know.
It does. It does. There's definitely like it's kind of in the form of like min-maxing and like really trying to get to max stats and figuring out the best way to do that.
Makes sense.
Because you're going to be like this game is a bit like a clicker game, like an idle game, because you're going to get to a point where you can't grow anymore. You're going to hit level 9,999, and then you can reincarnate that character. You can reincarnate at any time, but like the higher level you are, the more starting stats you get when you start back at level 1, and because your stat growth is like on a percentage basis, you're going to get more and more powerful every time. You'll get
So
to the
I would
point where
assume-
like a level 1 character is more powerful than a level 9,999.
I would assume that, like, at that point in time, it just becomes a matter of time.
Uh-huh.
Like how much time you spend on the game, and not necessarily, being the best systems optimizer.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's an interesting question about whether that's an environment that's suitable for high play. I would say that it is. I don't know that Pokemon's really that different. I could be wrong on that.
It's no
But-
use.
I just feel like nobody's going to quit their job to play Disgaea 7 full time. I don't think that
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess maybe I didn't really understand what you meant by high play.
Mm.
Like
Or-
you can really get like into min-maxing the systems and like trying to like assign people to the correct squads and getting like, doing the like figuring out like what subclasses a certain class needs to really be able to shine. But you could also just over level and one shot.
I just think if nobody has an incentive to do that, right? If no one's getting paid big bucks to be good at Disgaea, I wouldn't expect the game to really be interesting in competitive play, just for that exact reason, right? Like there are people that quit their jobs to play Street Fighter. That's a thing, and those people are always going to have more time to work on it than you will. They'll always have more incentive to be quote unquote good at the game, which is to understand the game systems than anyone else.
Now,
The-
that
the
being said,
environment-
there is a competitive mode in this game.
See, I could see that. I could see there being some competitive scale in this game, but I feel like a game with this many mechanical systems in it and that allows the player to invest that much time in it is largely going to lead to like a lot of very wild, quote unquote, unbalanced fights.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah, I
you're
haven't
like,
done it yet because I feel like there's no way it could be balanced.
yeah.
I'd love to be proven wrong.
And most games aren't. If that makes sense. Like most games aren't really suitable for that amount of detention.
Mhm.
It's wild that fighting games hold up under the integrity that they do, because they shouldn't. Like most video games aren't that functional. Oh, okay, great. Well, I appreciate the question that we fucked up. The real question that we got from Death by Kitten was, is this game suitable for playing while high as hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels like an edible soft brain game. I don't know about you, but
Absolutely.
you go.
You can
get your
zone
edibles.
out playing this game
Oh yeah.
so well.
Wanna play?
And then you just get these like, you know, pretty little eye candy things to look at.
This is also a game where you could like occasionally take breaks to eat, which not all games can do.
I could take breaks to eat right now because all these animations.
That's what I'm saying. You could just
Yeah.
be sitting here grinding through the level and be like double fisting popcorn and be fine.
This one also has an auto battle thing. So if there's a stage that you've already completed, you can just like set up complicated AI for your dudes and just hit a button and they'll play on their own. You can just
So
pop
that
off.
is known as taking a nap mode.
Yeah.
And so that way, if you get too high and you end up fighting the couch demon, this game's still got your back. Can't say that for Street Fighter,
So a bunch of dudes in your way. What are you gonna do? Grow big and punch. It's fine.
That's right.
Look at that strategy. Oh, you need to heal him.
Assault me.
He's not doing well.
Are you getting bullied in Item World?
I might be. Well, that's the problem. Is that the game, like, this was a level 0, and now we're in level 70, even though I've been actively trying to not. And so now the guys are getting to a level that I actually have to be concerned about.
I do love the unique names. It's beautiful. Or like, there's just like a little guy down there named Hashtag. That's badass.
My
That's
most
wonderful.
powerful character in 5 is named Garlic Press, and that was randomly generated.
It's awesome.
Error. Impact detected. Critical damage sustained. Cabby!
Damn it! Damn it!
God, just point blank.
Still waiting? Fly! Let's go, lackeys! Out of the way!
Snowman says, I love and hate autoplay in video games. It's convenient for a lot of things, but it feels superfluous if the game can play itself. I can understand that. Although in a game like this, I would argue that autoplay is really just a tool for managing stats.
Yeah,
And-
for sure.
Like, managing stats is the whole work of the game.
Bring the wounded.
But yeah,
to me.
for something like a platformer, I can't really get on with that. I need to fuck up. If you don't fuck up, what's the fun?
They got me.
I don't want to do everything easily. That's boring.
Alright, to Innocent Town. Yeah, so we only found like 2? Oh, what is this guy? I've never seen this. Traveling Mana Boy.
That guy's fucking cool, dude. Can you make him your son?
I
Is it
hope.
time for lunch yet?
Hello, Sign Bunny. Okay.
Yeah, this guy's quizzical. I like it. He's goofy with it.
Fine.
What the fuck do I get for it? Anything?
Is it time for lunch yet?
If God so chooses to bless us?
He's so awesome. He's using emojis after his sentences. He's so cool.
Let's see if there's
Looking
anything
for
cool for
something?
sale here. Probably not. Little fairy dust. Some chicken blood.
Some chicken blood.
Now we see all the results. We only found 1 innocent to subdue.
On the other hand, the master has been tamed. He's got a smiley face now.
That's true. I feel like I
It's a
have
random dungeon fungeon.
dudes in my innocent farm, and like none of them have bred, and that kind of bumming me out.
Bye.
They're like pandas.
You might have saw at the end of all the stages there was like juice bar XP and juice bar mana.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
I did-
sure. So that all goes into a pool in. So I've got just like this pool of XP and stats even that I'm like earning in stages, and I could just give these to another character at any time. So like that was a problem in Disgaea 5 where it's like you'd have a character that kind of falls behind and you don't really want to take the time to level them manually. And so you end up with just a bunch of XP, and you can take, like, okay, this character's behind. I'm just going to give them everything. Okay, here's another 8 levels for that character. And they're...
You're in the dang, just from the dang potion store.
Mhm.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
Uh,
What does the research squad do?
Item World
Item
Research
World
Squad.
Research,
You can automate Item World stuff.
Oh, this is the automation practice. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, so I can be like, oh, I'm gonna. Well, no, this isn't the auto battle. That's different.
Okay.
But I can be
Okay.
like, okay, I just want to have. I'm gonna put these gloves in here, and then I'm just gonna let NPCs go through it, and they'll like advance through floors just as I'm playing other stuff. So you don't have
Got
to like
it,
go
okay.
in and do the item world manually. It's way faster to do it manually, but you don't have to.
And this way you don't have to spend as much time catching up on the items that
I
might
don't
be...
know how many more I can do. If I can. Yeah, I can have multiple going at the same time. I don't know how many it'll let me, but that's pretty rad.
Rack them up, baby. Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Please come again.
Dark Assembly. This is the Senate. So I've got mana. I could be like, okay, I'm gonna go. These will like, so like give me a pogo stick. It'll increase my jump power. That's like, you know, when there was a cliff that I couldn't jump up. Like
Yep,
you can
yep.
increase their jump power so that they can make it up cliffs like that. It's only got a 59%, which we can give it a shot.
That's the like chance of succeeding.
Uh-huh.
You still spend the money either way, right?
Right. So it's already spent. As soon as I get to this part, it's spent. And here's all the senators. You can go up to him and you can see this guy's like strongly for it. This guy could go either way. Either way, you know, strongly for either way. Love. I think that just means they love me in particular.
Total for it.
This is a pretty... I feel pretty good about this. We got this guy strongly against. This guy loves me, but he's asleep, which means he's not going to vote. So I can... I don't know if I'm
What's-
going to have... I think I can use a bomb to wake him up. We'll try that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we woke him up. We woke him up, but now he's upset because I threw a bomb at him. I think there's easier ways to wake him up. That was probably a bad move.
What's the lady with the question mark over her head?
I don't know.
Okay.
But you can also give them, like... So he likes single-use items, which is stuff like these, like, like healing items and stuff. I can get him some, give him some. He likes me a little more. I don't even know how many it's going to take to get him to...
Oh, there. He's interested, at least.
That was just because the rarity of the item was higher. But it takes me a lot to get out of loads. So
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
have a lot on hand to... Oh,
They all
these
hate
guys-
you now that...
Yeah, because I threw a bomb at their buddy. This actually probably would have succeeded, but I misunderstood what the bomb does.
Do you need to use the Mr. Jency exit?
No, we'll just see what happens. The interesting part here too is that, like, you see how the ayes and nays are different sizes? That's how loud
Yeah.
they're yelling. And if you get more, if you could get all nays, but if you get a couple that are all quiet, and then get a couple of really loud yelling ayes, and you'll still win, which is real politics, honestly.
That's true. That's trenchant political commentary by the with the skull in its hand.
So if you fail, it's not all over. I can either give up, I can pay up, which I don't have that amount of money.
Okay, it's like a full-on, right?
You can pay less, and there's a chance that it'll succeed. So right now, this is a 3% chance if I use all the money that I have for it to succeed. And if I, reduce the amount of money, it goes down to 0.
Okay, yeah.
Or you can also persuade by force, which I'm not strong enough to do. That basically just, we enter battle right where we are, and I have to kill all the senators.
Oh, ideal world.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna give up.
Can you imagine how cool it would be to just like walk into the Senate with a big pair of nunchucks? Just demand an infrastructure bill in rural Midwest.
You can also, reincarnating items is another thing that they added that they didn't used to have. Which I don't have enough mana for on this character. I got another one that will.
What a metaphysical quandary on that one.
Yes.
Does that mean that like Mochi has souls? I guess that makes sense.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, that's what it means.
I'm on board. I'm on board.
Let's try it. I think I've got one that's like max leveled. Oh, it's just gonna make me go straight into voting now, huh?
Death by Kitten says, I really like the gambit system in Final Fantasy. The gambit system is excellent. Yeah. Very underappreciated. Big fan.
We're making laws. We passed a bill. Let's go. Reincarnate item is approved.
You know, and they can get things done in Congress.
Oh,
They
that was just
resurrected
to
your Thord.
Yeah. That was just to unlock reincarnating items in general, which means I should probably do this let me choose my class. Because that's just these are just to unlock the feature.
Ooh.
Indeed.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, but it wasn't rejected by much, which means it's probably, yeah, it's way cheaper.
Acquisition time.
So I just bribed him. Okay. Oops. Hold on. You can freely change a character's class.
That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, so common abilities, those are those traits. Somebody pointed out last time, evil abilities. It's like what that
Yes.
word is. Yeah. But you can like learn those, and then I could switch back to my main class and have those abilities.
That shit is straight from the Mortal Kombat naming school. Taught by Professor Boone.
Quest item 2.0 has been okay. Establish the item reincarnators. Been added to the list of bills. Oh, that's probably to establish a squad
Hi, this is the item
that you can
world.
use to make it better, I guess. Sorry, I'm learning this as I'm.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just laughing. Starman says, I tried to avoid any phrases that would get me audited, but who thought would using a bomb to wake up a senator would upset them?
Okay, so this is cool. Because it used to be that like in Disgaea 5, it's effectively infinite how many floors you can go into an item and level it up. There's probably a limit, but it's so deep it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Oh, the core locked up. Smash
one?
Remix. I just noticed Smash Remix locked up after just hanging for a while.
Are you gonna go back to Smash Remix? Is that the plan?
No.
There we go.
It's just been running in the background, and I just noticed.
No, I mean, like, will a reset work to get it back to where you need to be?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like a hard lock?
Okay, so items that can be reincarnated must be defeated through their deepest level. So these have like much shorter ones. The item that we were just in had a max stage of 30. So once you fight through 30 floors, you can't go any deeper. But then you can reincarnate it, and apparently it, judging from the screenshot, changes its look.
Probably some of the core stats.
Some of the core stats. Yeah, you can reassign stats.
Okay, alright, that's something.
Yeah, this is pretty sick.
There's a lot going on.
I'm overwhelmed, but I'm very excited about this at the same time.
I do like that this game never makes you like. This is a very much eat all your candy game, right? Like you never have to feel bad about losing an item or it breaking or whatever. You can just grind on it forever and make it special and pretty.
That being said, there are unique items in Disgaea 5 that I'm like, oh, this megaphone's like not that important. Not realizing it had a special ability that increased the number of enemies that would surrender at the end of battle, which was important for upgrading your squads. And there's like a certain strat where you have this one kind of character, which I have and I leveled, and they can basically kill everything on the stage really fast. But if they have a megaphone, you can just get dudes really fast, like to recruit it to your side and level up your squad super fast. But I sold the megaphone because I'm like, I need that. And you can only get it at one point.
Oh, it wouldn't let you get it back.
Well, there is a way to get it. So there's the list. There's basically like a list of joke weapons, and if you go into the item world of a joke weapon, and you go far enough to where you defeat its second item god. So you find
that's some DBZ shit right there.
yeah.
Okay.
So you go in, and after like a certain number of stages, you'll fight an item boss, and then you'll fight an item general. And then, like, after a certain amount of stages, you'll fight, like, you get up to an item god. But the first one's not the one you want. The first one will be carrying a copy of the item that you're inside. So if it's got, like, the mochi on a stick, like that sword, then the first item god you come to at level 100 is going to be carrying that same mochi. But if you keep going, and you get to item level 200... you will find that item god is holding a copy of the next item in the list. So maybe I have a copy of the item right before the one that I need. Probably not. Probably what I would end up doing is having to work through a really long list, going through 200 levels in each item to... And then I have to hope that my steal is a success. I have to bring a thief in who can steal it from him, and better hope it's a success before one of those automatic counterattacks that domes the dude. Which is probably why I'm just now realizing the cheat shop has an option to turn off counterattacks.
Makes sense. That entire explanation, I think my brain is shutting down.
So, and that's not
Floor
the only...
200! 200! That's so many!
I think they just don't intend
How many
for you
floors?
to do it that way. I think it's just like, yeah, you can get an item that way, but it's just a way to get an interesting item. It's not like, oh, this is how you're supposed to get that thing. They give it to you in, like, for finishing a quest, like, 10 hours into the game.
I will just say that the casualty, like, how casual you are when you say level 200 is like, I have brain fever.
200 is such a small number in Disgaea.
Are you fucking kidding me? I just watched you do item levels, Mike. Come on, man.
Well, yeah, okay, yes. Two things. One, they're smaller in Disgaea 5. And
Okay.
two, you can get, there's actually three things. Two, there's ways to make them even smaller than they already are. And three, you can get these items called divers, which can be farmed for, and they will let you dive, like, you can get like a diver 20, and it'll let you just skip 20 levels down.
Oh my god.
They take a long time to farm for. It'd probably be faster to do it the other way. I don't know, man. Every time I'm like, hey, how do I get, say if I'm like, how do I get more enemies to surrender? I'll Google it, and they'll be like, oh, or not more enemies to surrender. If I'm like, you know, if there's a resource I want to grind for, I'm like, how do I get it? They're like, oh, well, if you go inside this specific kind of item, then it's super easy. And I'm like, okay, well, where do I get that item? Oh, well, you have to unlock Carnage World first. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I unlock Carnage World? It's like, well, you beat all the stages. Like, you beat all the stages in the main game, and then it unlocks Carnage World. Well, no, not even beat all the stages. That you have to do, like, 4 different, like, quests that unlock their own subquests. And once you've done that, then Carnage World unlocks. And then you have to hope you get this one item, and then you can use it for grinding. So, all this to say, I'm describing it in a way that makes this game sound very unappealing. I fully understand that. I promise you, it's not unappealing. It's a good game. The issue is that, like, you have to go back to what I said before. A million systems, any of which you can safely ignore. Sometimes you have to be willing to, like, look at whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, look at what you have to do to accomplish it, and say to yourself it's not worth it, and just go back to having fun playing a video game.
I appreciate that attitude. I do, because I don't think you're describing this game as unappealing. I think this is probably appealing to a lot of people because the idea of a game with that much to do, right?
Uh-huh.
Even if your goals are small, even if your goals are like resurrect one item or get one ally or whatever, I think there's a nice like meditative appeal to ripping through 100 item world levels.
Yeah.
I can get that. It's just like it's not something I would probably enjoy too much, but that's personal taste. That's personal taste, and I don't begrudge anybody that.
I enjoy playing this on stream because I like being the monkey in the cage. Like, look at this fucked up freak and what he likes to do in his spare time. Couldn't be me.
I get it, and I'm the Weyer mother. I understand.
But that's what I was saying. It's like anytime I would Google how to do one specific thing, it would lead to Googling 8 other branching things. And just peeling back layers to an onion that I didn't even know existed.
I appreciate that because I think some folks are a little like, I don't know, they're not willing to go and look up what a mechanic does or how to accomplish a certain thing in the game. There's no shame in it, people. Sometimes this shit is like obtuse. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be expected to have to understand every complex mechanical system every time you sit down to take your shoes off. Maybe you do. Maybe it's something you enjoy. All on you, you know. But no shame in Googling some shit. Like, even us oldies, all right? Even us old gamer types, had our Nintendo powers and maps and shit.
Yeah, I would punch things into. I know AI is contentious, but sometimes I'd be like Disgaea, or I'd be like, ChatGPT, you gotta tell me how the fuck to do this in Disgaea, and it would give me the wrong answer almost every time. And then you're like, I have some feedback for you, and it's like, sure, what should my answer have been? And whenever I'm doing that with ChatGPT, and it's like, what should my answer have been about a video game? I go to Game FAQs, I copy whatever the top FAQ is for the game, top to bottom, and I paste that into ChatGPT. I'm like, this is what your answer should have been.
Training ChatGPT on the GameFAQs character battles could just take down this entire AI machine.
It answers in ASCII art, and that's it.
That's one of the last websites on Earth where you can develop a severe case of forum poisoning, and I respect it. I respect it because that is a beautiful type of thing.
Yeah. How does
Starman
this compare to Concept?
Very different. Very, very different, I would say. Because I played that solo. I don't think you played that with me, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so Concept is a lot more like Monopoly in the sense that it plays a lot more like a traditional board game. And I play a lot of Concept multiplayer, where this game, I feel like the appeal is being able to just chill in your space and not have that competitive edge going on. I don't know if that's true. Like you said, there's a versus mode, but for God's sakes, you're like dinking with individual items. That's pretty quiet.
You can see, okay, once item reincarnation is unlocked, you can view item reincarnation history. Try switching around in item status. You can see up to 4 iterations ago as well as the original. The original item will be an option for the next reincarnation during item reincarnation. What the fuck are you talking about?
That is an Excel spreadsheet, my friend.
Okay, so this thimble is the one that I've completed. So let's reincarnate.
The Medal of Unworth.
Oh my god, okay. Oh, so it's not even like, oh, it'll become the same item, just the next rank.
You get to pick fancy stuff.
This glove that I worked so hard on is now soup, I guess. And then you can... Okay. Oh, and then I've got stats that I can I can reincarnate or reallocate. I mean,
Have you never made like a nice autumn stew out of a pair of motorcycle chaps?
traitless found. Okay. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Now it's soup, I guess. And you know
Everything's soup, baby.
And you know what the best part about that is? I don't know where it went in my item list. I lost my soup. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, we can see it's... Oh, this item reincarnation, this is not something I needed to see. This is bad for me. Oh,
This feels
no.
This feels like gambling almost.
I'm in trouble. I think the fact that it doesn't become an upgraded version of that item, and you don't know what it's gonna be, it's like it adds an element of risk to grinding an item in a bad way.
Yeah,
In a way that I don't think is good, but I love it.
You were like 2 inches away from just chin stroking like a fucking Bond villain.
This is ooh. Ooh.
Let's upgrade these pants into some fresh soup, baby.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna do more of that later.
Death by Kitten says, there was a hotline. I didn't use it, but there was a freaking hotline for game tips.
Where to, dude?
There was a hotline. It was $1 a minute, if I remember correctly. I have a wonderful story about the Nintendo Power Hotline.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I had a kid growing up that I used to hang out with, and he and his mom would play like the same SNES games together. And they were playing an incredibly excellent game called Brain Lord, just like one of my favorite games. Wonderful. But they had gotten stuck in the game at some point in time. And they call up the power line, like the Nintendo Power Helpline, asking for help with Brain Lord. And they get the guy with like the thickest Quebecois accent I've ever heard in my life. And so he's trying to instruct them to go get a specific key, but they don't comprehend what he's saying. Like, they can't even understand the words, which I think was like water, air key. And so it's like, I'm sitting there watching these two people pass a phone back and forth, screaming at the top of their lungs, like, what is it? I don't know what you're talking about. And then they hung up, like, really dramatically, and then called back. Same motherfucking dude picked up. It was beautiful.
Yeah, because there's only one Brain Lord guy on staff.
That's what I'm saying!
They're gonna have like
But,
8 people that know Brain Lord. Get the fuck out of here.
We got the Brain Lord guy. He's in today. And I'm like, I'm sure it was totally manageable. Whatever he was saying seemed like I could understand him. But they were just like screaming. Oh my god, it was incredible.
That's wild.
There's a certain type of Midwestern American loses their mind when given access to the French language.
Let's hit some story missions.
Let's go, baby. I like to see some like designed levels, if that makes sense.
This is one of Hinamoto's big 3 hot springs. To think that I'm actually here. I've dreamed of coming here ever since I saw pictures of it in a guidebook.
Game packs were free. Yeah, game packs were free. Game packs!
Reminds me of smoke
Change
after
the
an
game, baby.
explosion.
That was some
A
different shit.
tingling,
For all that, all
sprinkling
your best
thrill.
game guides are on Angel Fire websites.
My
Oh,
data
God.
says the hot springs boil up from hell, filled with ghostly grudges.
Death by Kitten asked
These
while
glistening
watching you do the
waters
item
can even
resurrection, are
revive
we
the
watching
dead.
the Mike Bachman villain Genesis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, these springs
Oh god,
are
the
real
fucking
deal.
like the cards
This may be a tourist
flipping
spot now,
over and
but
it's
in the past,
they
warriors came here to
flashed
heal their
called
wounds.
gold. The more rare ones flashed gold. Oh.
Are hot springs really
Sermon
so
says I used to go to the
special?
library and print
I
off
had one of my
guides from
powers
there.
that I could use.
Hell yeah, my
You
friend.
want to know the big deal? How about I poke you a second butthole so you can feel the healing power of the springs?
I'm glad I showed up at that moment.
Nope, I'm good.
This place never changes, does it? Looks just like it did back then.
Fuji?
I got into an argument with a guy on a torrent website. I'm gonna tell you what.
So bad right now.
What?
I need this so bad right now.
Well,
Please just
we're talking about Disgaea 7, and at that point, like it hadn't released yet. It was coming out that day. The price hadn't come out, and they released the price, and then my dude was like, well, now that I saw the price, that's instant piracy. Plus, on top of it, the alleged censorship. And I was like, oh, fuck, my guy. So I engaged with this because in order to get to the next rank, I needed to have a certain number of lines typed into IRC. So honestly, I don't want to get banned. So I hadn't been engaging in conversation. I hadn't been engaging in conversation like unless I had something to add, because I wanted to keep it going naturally. And I don't know how fickle these admins are going to be. But when I get into it, when I find an opportunity to argue with somebody, you can keep that going for a while, and it's all relevant conversation. I'm like, this is how I'm going to get my last 150 lines, baby. Let's go. And but I was like, what censorship? And he like linked me to this video of somebody say like one of the people on the translation team being like, yeah, we work around some we try and work around some subjects that might be like super sensitive, like and I think they were specifically talking about like rape or like some stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, and I was like, oh, well, did you see any And like, this game's like still pretty horny. It doesn't seem like they're leaving much on the table. And I was like, is there any specific examples of that? And they're just like, they're like, oh, well, no, we went on and on. But it was
a spirited discussion.
It was a lot of fun arguing on a torrent website about Disgaea censorship. And somebody was just like, it's an inferior product. I'm not the target audience. I'm like, okay. All right, my man.
I don't know if you're familiar with this reference, but this guy has big vagina bones energy.
Welcome, honored guests. I am Yubana.
I'm not.
The haunt spring.
No?
No.
No way, dude! Oh my god. Like, basically, a couple of years ago on Twitter, there was some big kerfuffle over, like, a psycho right-wing reactionary guy talking about how, like, in some of the Shin Megami Tensei games, the women's, like, hemlines of their pants are moved up to their belly button. And he's talking about the anatomy of a woman and using the phrase vagina bones to be like, they're covering up her vagina bones. We can handle this. We're adults. We can see this shit. And everybody is just like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. What the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, it was a huge thing. You can Google the phrase. Please don't, by the way. You're not going to improve your life by doing this.
Let's make some money.
But it's like, this guy's like deep-seated insistence that he understood anatomy versus 10,000 people calling him stupid.
Right for the picking.
I love that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Not good. Can't.
That is true, like, a gamer understanding of science.
Okay, so I think they want me to go this long way around. Wonder if I can make this throw. Hell yeah.
Death by Kitten says it shows you the movie Teeth. That's a pretty fun movie. I don't hate that one. It's not bad.
Which movie?
Teeth?
Okay.
It's about it's a horror movie about an evil vagina.
Still waiting? Fly!
Did you ever watch Idle Hands?
I saw it in the theater with my fucking grandmother.
That rules so hard.
I didn't know what I was getting into, and I don't think she did either.
Yeah, no, for sure. I love that.
I got a better one for you. I saw Freddy Got Fingered with my mom.
That's
Can you
pretty
explain
good.
why? I don't know why.
Kick you around.
Oh, he might actually get killed up there.
You're not getting away.
Yeah, you're actually running into some resistance here.
Let us pray. Excuse me.
To get this guy a little bit of range, I'm gonna throw him first and then do his move action.
Oh, cool.
There's defend, but I hardly ever use it.
Not when you have 9 million different attacks to choose from.
Let's see. Oh, she can Giga Heal. Hell yeah. Oh, that.
Is it like AoE?
Well, yeah. So she's hasn't used it yet. That's the thing is like, they all have You see, the skill proficiency is 1. There's like 3 different ways for a skill to be ranked up. One is its skill proficiency, which is just that levels up to 99 based on how much you use it. So as you use it, you'll just go up and up. And that's one of those things where in the cheat shop where you could change the XP sliders, you can change it so that you level that up faster. There's also power, which you can level that up using mana. But like you can change it from an A rank to like A+. But that also increases the amount of SP that it takes to cast it.
Gotcha, okay.
But then there's also you can change the range of it. So like it hits 1 square, it hits 2 squares kind of diagonal from each other, 3 in a row, a thing of 4, all the way to a 3x3 block is like what the highest is. But this is useful because I haven't used this skill before, so I can't technically hit this guy, but I can use it and use this diagonal one. And
there we go.
Yeah, I can change it so that I can hit him by centering it on myself.
Okay, that makes sense. That's cool.
Let's go, lackeys! Nuisance!
I'm going to sneeze. Please don't.
But maybe now I can keep him alive long enough to get my other guy out there.
Right there.
Oh, nope. They're gonna die. Oh, miss? They both missed? That's great.
Maybe in the chat says, I went to see Swordfish in the theaters with the whole fam. Hugh Jackman gets a whole ass BJ in that movie.
Who doesn't?
Every character has sex in that movie.
Yeah.
That's a really weird way to market your movie about hacking. Spy Kitten saw Avenue Q with the fam. That's the, isn't that like the play that's...
The Sesame Street...
Party Puppets or whatever? Yeah. Okay. Is it actually funny?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I've heard a couple of the songs and I can see it being alright.
Let's go, lackeys!
The Kitten says it has puppet sex. Yeah, I would, that makes sense. I would assume that.
Oh, that's not a lot of
Ooh.
damage. We're okay there.
Yeah, not too bad.
This is what I mean, where it's like, okay, that looks like I'm on top of the base panel, but I'm not. I'm over here.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is annoying.
Who's got that bigger
Do
screen?
you
He's
know
probably-
who
he's
you're
probably got a pretty
talking
good
to?
range.
Do you get a certain number of moves per turn? Like, you can move like 4 characters or 5 characters or something?
I think there is a limit to how many characters you can have on the stage. I've never hit it before.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And you can
There-
basically
some
use every
stages
turn
have
you
it-
can use everyone once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some stages have like a limit imposed. But
I like that.
not
That's
too,
clever.
not too many.
I fuck with that. That's a fun restriction.
So she needs to heal him again.
Be at peace.
I'm not sure why I cast that on her. She doesn't have any lemons, but whatever.
Can you handle this?
How kind of me.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to kill her, but I can steal the axe.
Hand it over! Too bad.
So does this mean like canonically they're cat boys? Are they like cat demons or just like?
Yeah, they're all demons.
Bring them down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all like
Bring him down.
the game all takes place in hell, and there's a bunch of different like realms of hell, and like some characters are overlords, and
Face your judgment.
it doesn't matter.
The Reaper. Turntail. Go to hell.
Piece of cake.
Let's see.
So what's the strategy here? Are you just going after the big guy, or? I saw you
Yeah, I
look-
think I only actually have to kill. Wait, no, I've already killed the boss. Oh, the boss is the guy who went big.
Yeah.
And I don't have the. I don't have the meter to jumbify myself yet, so I can't really attack him unless I go all the way to the edge of the stage and attack him.
So since you can't go big, you might as well go home.
Too bad.
I'm on fire.
This game, it is harder to get overpowered than it is in Disgaea 5, I've noticed.
It's like getting stomped out by some enemies, or.
Excited.
Yeah, like I'm not doing bad, but I'm also not one-shotting everything.
Yeah, true, true. They aren't dealing a ton of damage either.
Still waiting?
But I think it's because I'm
Why?
over-leveled, so they're 30, like, that guy's 33 and I'm 67. But
Okay, that
you
makes-
would expect, being twice their level, I'd probably be able to one-shot, and I can't. So, like, that's more. Is this the only item symbol?
Defense plus 50. That's chunky.
Nope, there's one over here, but it's on a red spot.
You have a rage meter. What does that mean?
Oh, I think the rage meter, am I able to... Yeah, I can jumpify now. So now I
Can
can
you
attack
attack?
him directly, yeah.
Okay, okay, that's cool. Alright, so I didn't like the Jumpify mechanic, but like the fact that the two Jumpify people can hit each other is kind of cool. It sucks if it was just like artillery, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, is there a reason why you're stealing this shit? Like, does this just keep it, or?
Just because I'm not, like, I don't want any of these dudes to die before my healer gets there, so I'm just stealing all their weapons so they can't deal as much damage.
Makes sense to me.
Too bad.
I'll shield you.
I have yet to see any, like, spell effects that, like, really get my motor going like they do in Disgaea 5.
I feel like it's a lot harder to make 3D stuff look really exciting in this style.
Damn it! Damn it!
Like, I don't mind the way it looks, but everything is very flat.
Your raid will go unmarked.
There we go.
Dash, baby!
Okay.
Get it. No hell mode.
Behold.
That rock.
Okay. You want to check out some Disgaea 5 moves?
Yeah, why don't we do that? I was gonna ask if we could close up shop relatively soon, so.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. Let me save my game. Oh my god.
I feel like this is one of the games we could just be here for till like 4 a.m.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very, very easily.
Alright, give me a second to get this up and running.
Yeah, of course. Thanks to everyone for joining us tonight. Really appreciate seeing y'all here. Favorite games in this genre off the top of my head. All the Shining Force games are remarkable. I love Tactics Ogre. Not a Final Fantasy Tactics person. Not my thing. Most of the Advance Wars games are pretty good, if I remember correctly.
I am a being of solitude.
But I've never been into Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem's fine.
Exactly. It's about how I feel about it. Shining Force is very similar, but a little more arcadey and a little more punchy, so it's what I usually go back to when I have it to play something like that.
Trying to find the right one here.
I really like Skulls of the Shogun. That was an indie game that came out about 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I played that. That's multiplayer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of my friends growing up helped to develop that, so I got to play it before it came out. It was kind of cool. My kitten is getting sleepy. Well, sleep away. Nice to see you. Take care. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Don't have bed bugs in the first place. That's not an instruction. Just throwing it out in the ether that you will never find a bed bug there.
All right, let's do this one. Desktop capture. Make sure I'm not doxing myself. God, I'm so prone.
Yeah, you're an easy to dox kind of guy.
Yeah. All right, this one will be all right. This is like all the unique like job skills for like the character classes. So there's unique character skills, there's unique combo skills that like certain characters have together. But this is a good like baseline for like where they start out in Disgaea 5 and where they end up.
That makes sense.
This is the end.
Yeah, these sprites do have a lot more character.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like... I'm not one to just shit on the way a game looks, but... Wow, does this look much better than 7.
Yeah, I think then that was my consensus, like, was like, if you're gonna play a Disgaea game now, like, just don't make it 7. Just go play 5. 5 is definitely cool.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's cool. Google wants me to buy a webcam?
Get some better ones here.
Baku Baron says, I enjoy the anime character rendering of 5 more than the full modeling of 7. I would agree with that as well. Also, the effects are more interesting when they're done on sprites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a few positions for each character sprite, and they have to make the best out of it, and they do it in really creative ways.
Highest compliment I could give it. It looks like a PS2 game.
Yeah, this one's...
That was awesome. Yeah, I did that. Now, do you have to aim the sniper one or no?
No.
That's an automatic?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, these are all just animations. You're not actually, like... There's no gameplay mechanic aside from selecting your enemy and selecting your skill.
Cool.
There's a couple of really good ones coming. When they get to the zombie, that one is that's one of my favorites.
Oh, the one to the shin is the best one so far.
They also happen a lot faster too.
You really do.
It's easier to show things at speed, I think, you know, in this kind of art style compared to using 3D models.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But also, there's something so charming about like 2D sprites rotating into 3D space.
Yes, especially when it's like a very minimal 3D space. That's what these. The swords look like they're made of candy.
What's that?
The swords look like they're made of candy.
I don't. Did he just reincarnate? What happened there?
Wait, she's an inventor girl that can get big?
Uh huh.
Oh boy.
Come at me like you mean it.
Sick! Sick!
Yeah, these guys, the wrestlers are sick because they've got setup moves, and then on the next turn you pay it off. Like you have a separate,
sweet.
you have like a move that gets you into a grapple, and then you have another list of moves that you can do.
Hell yes, that's sweet.
Oh yeah, there's whole pirate units. Those are cool.
Are they like ranged units?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. It feels great.
They're just so gorgeous. And maybe
really
Disgaea
are.
7 gets to that point later in the game, because, like, you know, some of the early moves in 5, they're lackluster as well. But, I don't know. I have my doubts that they'd be able to get to this level.
The models lack the charm. As good as the game does look, and I don't think it looks terrible, it's not as charming or novel as these type of sprites, really. I mean, who else is doing this?
Well, nobody now.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you stand out.
Well, I mean, not even NAS is doing it.
No. It's very funny to me how every sword guy has the like late slash and then the person explodes ability. Like every single one.
Oh, this one's great. This one's great.
Okay, okay. Yes! Yes! Left! Sweet!
And if you're watching closely, the character that she's attacking was like the first one to get shot, so all the rest of this is just like gratuitous.
I need a real game that looks and plays like that now. Thank you. Give me Vanquish with like anime girls.
Here I come.
3-year Crush Tail. Such a good name. What class is that?
If doing IT still feels like 1995,
Wow, this is a
you
weird
needed Terra,
one.
the world's first AI-powered all.
I don't know. The animation on this looks real iffy.
Why did it end there?
Can you be any? That's really mean.
Where's the rest of it? I
Did
wanted
it
to
fuck
get
you
to
over by
this-
doing that ad?
No, it
Ah.
just that's where the video ends. All
That
unique text-
sucks.
Where's the rest of them? Oh God! And they have Disgaea 5 has this thing called Magichange, where it's like monster enemy classes can
Okay.
become weapons for other character classes. And
Okay.
they've got their own like animations for them.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you got him, and then you get like a monster out,
Do I have to go?
and sometimes like you can combine like up to like 4 monsters into a single weapon for a character, and it's like combining their stats. Oh my God! This guy.
I can
5
see
is
how you
so
got lost
deep.
in this.
It's so fucking deep. I've never touched this, like the Magichange system. I've only seen it done to me by other characters.
Are you ready?
Oh, they weren't subtle. That's just like the corpse of the thing you just killed.
And then it's got its own like unique attack.
Oh, that's so good! What the hell? Oh, I love that.
Let's go. Watch me. Are you ready?
Does this only last as long as like this fight?
Yeah. So you have to set it up in each fight.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is huge fucking bunny bow. Yeah.
Let's end this quick. Thank you.
So there's that. Certain unique characters have what's yeah, this one. This one's so good. Cheez-Its.
It's a quest.
Also pretty good, folks.
Here we go. This is one of my favorite moves in the game.
I'll support you. Let me show you.
That kicks ass.
Let's see.
Hi there. Here's a compilation.
Oh
of
God,
all of
yeah.
the-
Don't talk to me. Just show me.
Make sure to subscribe.
Let's end this quick.
But it's like, already how many have we seen? And like, a lot of these I've never seen in, in 150 hours.
The game must have hundreds of these. Just hundreds and hundreds.
You okay?
This has gotten, oh, okay, it wasn't an attack skill. I was gonna say it had
Okay.
nothing to do with whoever they were attacking.
Let's end this quick. Are you ready? Let's go. Are you ready?
And this is why I say you wouldn't want to just completely have battle animations turned off.
Well, yeah, for this game, for sure. This one's very charming. Oh, she does the Utina laugh.
Right there.
she riding a Prinny?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's very cool. I like that.
So her one of her unique skills can be used to like charm only male units. So yeah, she's using that there.
I'm sorry, the ghost version of him in the background, incredible. I appreciate this. They put a lot of energy into this.
It's like so much.
Yes, let's go.
And they do stuff with the sprites that it's like you expect like limitations, and they
very much so.
exceed those consistently. You're like, I don't. They clearly made like a separate sprite for him inside the mount.
Yes.
What the fuck is ultimate bookmark?
Try Google Fi Wireless to
Google
see if
Fi
it's
Wireless
right for
ad.
you.
Yes.
7-day trial.
Let's go.
Strongly disagree.
And folks, that's what happens when you read too much.
That's so good. I haven't even seen some of these characters. Oh, they switch swords midway through. Fuck yeah.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah. So anyway, you get the idea.
Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it. I appreciate this game's energy, I think, a little more than Seven's. It just
like,
screams... It's like
making
very
me wanna
wacky.
Go back to 5. Actually.
Not a great sign, but maybe a good sign for 5, you know?
Yeah, I think there's some really good oh, what do you call, oh my god, stop. I'm done with XSplit. I'm getting rid of it. I think there's some really good systems that I'm excited to explore in that one, but in 7, but you can't get more charming than what Disgaea 5 has to offer.
I would agree with that. I would just say, just don't forget casino item resurrection gambling mode.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go nuts on that. Did you? I don't. Maybe you answered me already. Did you send your modem off?
Yeah, I just put it in the mail today because of all my dental issues
Oh,
last
yeah,
week.
yeah. Sick. Cool. Yeah. As soon as that's back, we should try and get that going.
Yeah, for sure. I got the Pi, so I'm ready to go there. Apparently, the modem I got can't be modded, but I can send it in and get credit. And even though it's not available on the DreamPi website, the DreamPi admin has like modded modems right now. They're selling. So,
Oh, sick. Okay.
yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that.
So did you just like order one then, and you're not sending yours in, or you are?
No. I can't order them because they're not up on the site right now. I sent them an email and said, "Hey, I have this particular type of modem. Can you refer anyone that knows how to put a voltage line inducer in?" And they were like, "I don't know if we can do a voltage line inducer here, but I do have a few back at the house. I can sell you one, and if you send this in, I'll give you like $10 off or something."
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it said on the site, was like you can trade in a compatible one, and then he'd sell you one for. So I think that's just like the standard deal. I think anybody can do that.
I think so, but that website has not been updated forever. So,
Right.
like, they are available if you're interested in checking out the DreamPi, like Mike did. Reach out, ask him questions. I'm sure that it's an option.
Yeah, DreamcastLive.net. There's a shop there. Yeah, he said still out of stock, still available with modem trade-ins. Yeah, no, it's worth it. It's like it was wild when we played it a couple weeks ago, to actually find people playing Daytona,
Which is incredible. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm bad at it. I lost.
That Daytona's really hard. That's a hard fucking game. Did you get PSO up and popping?
Yeah, that one. As long as you get the correct ISO, like there's a patched version of it, and then you don't have to mess with DNS or anything like that. And I can get that to you.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Did we ever get around to doing the 360 one? I don't think we did.
Universe?
No, there's like a 360 alternate live service for modded consoles.
For Xbox 360 or for original
Yeah, I want
Xbox?
to say 360.
What's that called? I'm not.
I don't recall. I need to double look into it. We talked about it once. It's like it mimics System Link mode, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought we did it, but maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't recall.
Nick Bristow got a broadband modem for GameCube, and
What?
bought a couple of the games that work with it. And I've got a broadband modem in my GameCube. And I know you can emulate stuff, but so maybe we got to do a Hamachi thing sometime.
Well, Hamachi.
Yeah, for doing like System Link stuff over the internet.
Oh yeah, I'd be down to try. I mean, I don't know what you can System Link on the GameCube. But
1080 snowboarding, Kirby's Air Ride, Mario Kart
Ooh,
Double Dash.
ooh. Okay, Air Ride and Double Dash are both really good.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Double Dash, but for these purposes, I would definitely.
I think Air Ride's more unique anyway, frankly.
Yeah.
Especially if you can do story mode, like the 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Sick. All right. Well, thanks everybody. We will. What do you think? Do you think you might have that modem next week? Do you want to do Dreamcast next week, or?
I don't know if we'll have it in. So I mean, I would love to if I have it up and running, but no guarantees.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure something else. If not, maybe we do. Have we ever dug into like PlayStation demo discs?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to dig through some of those.
That'd be fun.
I downloaded a torrent, and there was like huge sections of like PlayStation Magazine demo discs and stuff. So like,
okay, that sounds sick. Maybe we should get a couple of old like PC demo discs too.
Yeah, you want to install Coconut Monkey, who I always get confused with Bonsai Buddy.
Yes. Do I want to ruin my computer? You're damn right I do.
I've got an XP machine to launch that shit on.
Can you imagine what like a Mac World demo disc from '93 looks like? Just like the most fucked up Western developed RPGs you've ever seen, and then like 7 FMV games that are all horny, but like in really weird ways.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be great. But, all right,
All right.
I'm gonna
See you
take
next
this
week,
down,
kids.
everybody. Thanks for watching.